Evening all, welcome to, this is Tactics today. It's actually because I've run out of kicking dust thumbnails. I know that's so bad to admit, isn't it? But there we go. How are you doing today? I'm very well. I've been enjoying some of these dust games incredibly. I'm really quite enjoying Ambush at the moment, and we're going to talk about that. For some reason, the games that we have played ever since the, I guess, FanFest have been bloody good. And let me tell you my theory as to why. I think it's because all of the tryhards, the people that made this game pretty unbearable because, haha, they play it for 18 hours a day, have left. I'll let that sink in a minute. Okay, we've still got Duna, and we need to obviously, you know, prepare a bit of a kind of rubber room for that poor guy when he realizes that it's going. Well, we'll lock him in it with just literally a little model of a Madruga, and he can just literally fly it around as he eats his own excrement. But I just think at the moment that the game is absolutely brilliant. I love it, and I think it's got to be because I think a lot of the people that wanted to dominate this game. Let's analyze this. And this is just my opinion. Post in the comments if you think there is another one. The people that wanted to dominate this game and, quote, be the best, you know, be the best, they have realized that actually there's no point trying to be the best of this game because it's not going to be around forever now. Not that any game is around forever, but this one now has been given kind of a ticking clock. And I think a lot of those players have now said to themselves quite categorically, well, I want to be the best at this. I want to be I want to be the big bad boy. And or girl, and I want to own this game up. And now they've realized that it's not going to happen. They have now migrated to other games. Now the thing is, you're thinking to yourselves, well, yeah, that would happen, but surely that would happen over time. No, it wouldn't. It happened immediately. And think about it, because logically, if you're now told that this game is going, you're not, you know, you're going to be king of the hill of a game that's going. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to have to get into a new game and dominate it before everybody else does. So actually, first mover advantage is very applicable here. And that is, I believe, what has happened. A lot of players have just realized that this game is kind of on a, I guess, a ticking clock, and it is now finishing. And so they've moved to other games, be whatever they are, Battlefield 4 perhaps, Call of Duty, who knows? And they are now trying to obviously become, you know, big boys in that game. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not flaming these people. I think it's actually quite, I respect their logic. And I tell you what I hate more than anything else. This is a real pertinent point, is all of those people who said, fuck this game, I'm leaving, I hate this game, lol, you know, forum post, lol, CCP, you lose all of my money, all of my 1,000-member corpse money, lol, and then they leave. Oh, but hang on, they're still playing. Oh, hang on, you still see their corp active in this, and oh, hang on, you still see them logging on and doing this, and oh yeah, the odd post on the forum. There is nothing worse than a fucking, you know, person who says they're going to quit the game then doesn't. And because it's just an absolute crying baby kind of thing to do. Wah, my game's going, pay attention to me. That's right, CCP, I'm important. You better take notice if I say I'm leaving, is what these people have done. And they've ended up making themselves look stupid. I mean, it's glorious, it's funny as hell, to be honest. But for me, I think they've really shown a complete kind of level of stupidity that just goes beyond belief. To say that you're quitting the game and your corp's quitting and all these people are quitting and all this money's going, CCP don't care. See, if CCP lost every customer they have right now, it doesn't matter because they have a new platform, a new game. Everybody in EVE is going to play this, you know, Legion when it comes out. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's the truth. You know, obviously they don't want everyone to leave. Obviously they want to carry on everybody's love of this game into that new platform. But the fact that they've done it means that it's not important. Sorry, I had to break these things slowly and gently, I know, but so to be honest, it doesn't matter that people have obviously said that they're leaving and, you know, they've tried to use it as a threat. What's actually ended up happening is they look bloody stupid. And I think, you know, a lot of players have publicly said they're leaving, publicly said they're going, and what's actually happened is that they have now returned to the game and they're playing the game quite aggressively. And I think there's nothing sweeter in life than seeing that kind of hypocrisy and that kind of, I guess, poor planning and stupid rage-filled bollocks that has come through. What else is going on? Well, I think, you know, the fact is the games are getting good because these kind of, I guess, proto-stomping douche lords have gone. You know, I mean, again, I don't know, but it feels as if they have. All of the matches lately have been just rather fun, and it just feels like everything's kind of, I don't know, getting better. Everything's kind of cool. You still get the odd game where there's like a very recognizable Q-synced gang of people and they're there stomping the living snot out of people, but that's fine, they can handle that. It's not every other match, it's maybe 1 in every 5 now, and that is quite cool. I think you're seeing a lot more random people play, so there's not, there's not the gangs there used to be, because I think a lot of corps are generally quite inactive generally now anyway. And I think what's happening is that they're just not playing as much. So you're seeing like the odd member from this corp and that corp joining a match, which is, it's nice because it does mean you get a bit more variety. We're still protest stomping because we're just massive assholes. But we're all committed to play this game until it stops playing. So that's been our statement from number one. We didn't go with the Leave Brittany Alone drama-filled post of some people who shall remain nameless, but you know who you are, and you're now sobbing gently into your neckbeard because you know that you've just been called out. I'm joking, but no, I mean, I don't want anyone to leave the game, don't get me wrong, but I think if you're going to leave the game, then if you say you leave the game, oh fuck this game, oh CCP, you're losing my business, blah, blah, and then you don't leave, you just look a complete twonk. And I think there's nothing worse in a gaming community than losing your credibility, and I think credibility is quite an easy thing to, it's like a balloon, it's a very easy thing to pop, like virginity. So yeah, in general, I think the games are really fun at the moment, and I'm loving them. I mean, we Judge and I were having a good old natter about it over a cup of tea in this context, because it's like, wow, this game feels really good again. It feels like it used to maybe when Uprising came out. There didn't feel like there was the kind of the fitting Nazis running the incredibly overpowered fits and blah blah blah. It just felt like a really good group of the community felt really good. I think, again, the reality is that this game does have a ticking clock against it now. I know it's the third time I've said it, but I do want to make it very clear that, there is probably, this is now the time to come and enjoy this game, is what I'm trying to work to eventually, in a very kind of bumbling British kind of way, is that now is the time to actually enjoy and play this game. If you've got assets and money in this game, come throw them away, come use them and deplete them and enjoy the depletion of them. If you're looking for a way to kind of say goodbye to this game, if you're not going to transition across, then just come play it until they switch it off, and then make your decision. I don't think people need to be so emotive about the change of technology, because if you're so tied to a technology, then I'm kind of surprised at that. And maybe this comes from the fact that I just generally would buy all the consoles anyway if I could afford it. I would generally just buy whatever I needed, because there would always be one game like Halo on the Xbox that you couldn't get on the PS3. There would always be something good on the PS3 like Grand Theft Auto that you couldn't get on Xbox, at least back in the day. And this is why, to me, I generally saved up and got both of them. I've always enjoyed PC gaming, and I don't spend big money on my rigs at all. My rig is comically bad. But the thing is, if you just get the money spent in the right area, so you get a good processor and you get a good bit of memory and stuff like that, you can then have a relatively shit graphics card, and it will just chug through, and it'll, you won't notice a problem with it, I promise you. I think we'll look into this in a bit more depth. I honestly think Legion is best placed on the PC, but hey, that's a whole nother playlist. I think at the moment Dust is very enjoyable. It's fun. There's always seems to be some good fights going on. You do get obviously the continuation of things like Duna and his stomping crap. You do get, unfortunately, a lot of tanks in ambush still, unfortunately. But if you do, just leave. There's nothing at this point in the whole process. There is nothing wrong with just leaving a match. I don't know why people get so ragey about it, because it's like, if I join a match like I've done before with like a gang of 2, it was me, Dell, and Judge who joined a match, and there was 2 full squads of 6, so that's 12 people in total of a particular corp. Again, I've learned my lesson, I'm not naming corps, but these guys, they would just throw billions of ISK at a match to kill me if they could. And I respect them for that, but obviously that makes them massive douche lords. I'm kidding, I'm joking, I'm having fun with you. Chill. But I just knew that they would just throw everything at me when they see me. And obviously I enjoy that sometimes, but when there's only like 2 or 3 of us and we're trying to film something, we just leave. And I think they got a bit ragey at that, and yeah, I can I can kind of understand why they would rage at that. But there are just some general, if they Q-sync into a game and then you leave and it's like, lol, why did you leave? Oh, afraid of getting stomped. And it's like, well, yeah, I am, because you're going to stomp me because you've got 12 dudes all on one comms and I'm going to get stomped. That's why I'm leaving, because you're cheating, so I'm going to leave. And it's like, and I'm not saying queue syncing is cheating, but to expect to play 12 versus 3, that's kind of stupid to think that I'm going to stay in that. But again, this is it. You know, it's fun. Come and enjoy the game. You know, let's enjoy the game as it kind of, you know, as it runs its course. And I think, you know, we may find out that maybe they won't switch this game off. Maybe they'll just reduce it so that it's like a very cheap game to run. Maybe it could even be self-supporting. Who knows? But I think they could just sell this game with adverts on it, and I'd be quite happy if it just literally sat on the PlayStation Store forever. I mean, this is, to me, I think these are the decisions that I'd like CCP to kind of be making soon. I mean, obviously it's too early to expect that now, but I think at the moment, you know, who knows what's going to happen across the board. And I think the worst thing to do now is to throw your toys out the pram and say, I'm leaving, and swan off in a very Liberace style swagger. I just think at the moment, let's see what happens, and let's see where the game goes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.